I think we've waited long enough. It's time to recommence our Battle of the Bank series for pennies. What's happening, Rob Mob Squad? That's right, it's time to continue this Battle of the Banks for the penny boxes. You'll recall we've done 6 episodes or rounds so far in season 2. Now you'll recall in season 1, Chase Bank took the last 2 rounds decisively to steal the 10-round series against Wells Fargo, and B of A came in last. Well, here we are, 6 boxes through out of 10, and we're starting round 7. And as it stands right now, Wells Fargo has exacted some revenge on Chase with almost a 4-point lead, and B of A still in last. Still in last. That being said, I'm curious to see what these final 4 rounds have in store. So, we're going to take last season's winner, Chase, and kick it off with them. Then we're going to go to B of A second, since they have been dead last for 2 straight seasons. And then we'll finish it up with last year's runner-up, Wells Fargo. So far, the story has been the fact that we haven't got very many pre-40s Wheaties. Nobody has done well. Chase at least has found an Indian head penny, and that was 2 rounds ago. So, we're hoping we get some pre-40s. We'd love to see another Indian head penny. But more importantly, we'd love to see a lot of wheat pennies in general. Now, when it comes to heirs and varieties, Wells Fargo has scored 1, and that's it. So, 1 heir or variety out of the 18 boxes so far. And then finally, when it comes to key dates, none. And when it comes to semi-keys, only 1, and that was B of A way back in the very first box, which ended up netting them the W, their only W, in the first 6 rounds. I think we talked long enough. We're going to get right into these boxes. I've checked the Chase and the Wells Fargo. They're circulated. I've also been able to look at the bottom of this box for B of A because it has the holes in it. They're also circulated. All right. Let's go Chase. We're on roll 3 of the Chase box. Kicking us off early with a wheat penny. And it's a 1941 out of Philly. We're on roll 20 and the box has been stingy so far. We just got that Woody to show for it. A few side finds. But bring in because we've got another wheat penny right here. This one's another 1941. 2 wheat pennies in the box. Both 1941. Roll number 24. Gonna have our 3rd wheat penny of the box. Just saw it peeking out when I flattened down the roll. 1946. It's not a 1941 this time, so it's something different. We're on roll number 26, and we got another wheat penny for us to look at. Probably more modern. It is definitely got a good strike on the back. It's a 44. So we're all over those early to mid 40s. Hopefully, we can move this direction instead of moving this direction on the years. Same roll, we've got another wheat penny. And it's a 1958 Denver. So that answers that question. We're moving this way. But now with the last year Wheatie, we can only move back that way. Roll number 29, we're going to have our 6th wheat penny of the box. And it's another 58. Well, I said we'd be going that way, but it looks like we're going to stall right there, at least for another one. Roll number 30. I think we'll be heading left with this back. It looks like it's older, and at worst case, it's in the 40s. And it is older. I think I saw 36. 36S. We'll take a 36S. All day, every day. Oldest of the box. Roll number 35. We're going to find our first Canadian of the box. Good to see a foreign in my penny boxes. Don't get that many lately, at least. 1975. We'll take it. Roll number 42. The wheat penny well is drying up. We're still stuck at 7. But we found another Canadian. 1976 this time. And we are starting to pull out some 59s. But we had 7 Wheaties after 30 rolls. And none in the last 12. Roll 43. Ask and you shall receive. Let's see what year it is. 1944. We'll take it though, because that makes 8. Well, the chase box is hunted, and after having 7 wheat pennies in the first 30 rolls, we only got 1 in the last 20. So the box went from being hot to not so hot. Still better than average because we found a 1936S pre-40s Wheatie with an S mint mark. Nothing else really worth showing on top. We did find 3 pretty nice coins, a 63D, a 70S, and a 73D. We found 6 59s and 2 Canadians. So it'll score some points. Not sure it'll win the round, but it definitely at least had a good showing with 8 wheat pennies, 1 pre-40s. That being said, let me get the stats in the stat sheet, and we'll move on to the next box, which is from B of A. So I went ahead and plugged it in by hand to the stat sheet. We'll get it officially plugged in after we hunt all 3 boxes, but the Chase Bank box scored 23 points, and as you can see, better than it's been doing, still right around its average of 23-2. Now we're off to the B of A box, and I just remembered, if you watch that very first video I did with silver nitrate, of the 4 boxes that I labeled 1, 2, 3, and it was the one that I didn't label. And that B of A box ended up having the come from behind victory. So I'm hoping that this brother or sister box, however you look at it, that came with that other B of A box that crushed it for us, can do the same and get B of A's points up to a respectable number. All right, I set the stage long enough. Here's the box. Don't see any enders at first glance, but I haven't looked closely. We'll do that as we hunt. Let's get into the first roll and see what goodies are in this box. Roll number 1. Off to a good start. Just found us a 1952D wheat penny in pretty good shape, and it's always good seeing some nicer ones from the 60s and 70s as well. Roll number 2. Back-to-back rolls with a wheat penny. I can see it peeking out. It's a 1944D. 2 wheat pennies. Not even through 2 rolls yet. Roll 3. Second to the last penny of the roll. A 1955 Denver. 3 rolls. 3 wheat pennies. Let's go, B of A. B of A's not messing around. Roll 4. Just started going through them. We've got another wheat penny. It's a 1946S. 4 rolls, 4 wheat pennies. We're like 5 pennies into this roll. I'll just do a quick peek to see if I see something that's obvious. Maybe not, but since we're on a streak, figured I'd look. All right. Don't think I see anything, but I'll loop you in if I do. Well, we're officially off to my best start of a box other than that one epic box that I got from B of A coincidentally. We're in the 5th roll, and we've got our 5th wheat penny already. A 46 Philadelphia. Well, roll 6 did not have a wheat penny, but roll 7, boom. 6th wheat penny, and it's a 1950 Denver. And just because the top looks a little bit old, I just want to double check this one. 70, and I believe there was one more right here. 67. All right, let me get back to the hunt. 6 wheat pennies, 7 rolls. Roll number 9, hunting towards the back of the roll. Expose another wheat penny. It's going to be number 7 already. And it's another 1950 Denver. Roll 13. B of A is staying hot. We're going to have wheat penny number 8. And it's another 46S, or is that a D? It's an S. 46S. With some damage around it. Let me see if I can clean that up a little bit and take a closer look at that mint mark. Nothing wrong with it. Wiped through it with my finger. I don't see anything sticking out saying it's an S over D. Roll 18. Box is slowing down a little bit, but I bring you in because we've got wheat penny number 9 already in 18 rolls. 1951D. I believe that was a D. It is. 1951 Denver. Wheat penny number 9. Roll number 20. And we're going to have wheat penny number 10 because I just pulled out an ender. It looks like it's a 44 to me. Wheat penny ender. It looks like it's a 44S. 44S on the end and flattened it out. And it's got a friender. 1951. That is now 11 wheat pennies and not quite 20 rolls. Same rolls as the last 2 wheat pennies, and we've got a Canadian. 1966. Just missed the young head by 2 years. Roll 21. Wheat penny number 12. It's a 58 out of Denver facing us. Last year wheat penny, but a dozen already. Roll 25 and get out your aprons. We've got a baker's dozen. Wheat penny number 13 is another 1950 Denver. Roll number 31, and it's nice to see the B of A box still producing. We're going to have another wheat penny here. It's number 14 of the box. This one's a 56 Denver with a pretty cool finish to it. I'll take it all day, add it to the finds, and look for more. Roll number 34. Almost done with the roll, pushed them back down, saw a wheat penny. It's going to be number 15 of this box. And it's another 46, this time out of Denver. Roll 42, wheat penny number 16. Another 1944, and it's an S as well. I'll take it though. Nothing old, but 16 wheat pennies so far. We have a shot at 20. Roll 44, we got a double whammy coming up here because I laid them out. I haven't even moved a coin out of the roll yet. Flatten them out. I see a wheat penny here, and I see a wheat penny there. So let's go ahead and check them out. This is going to be wheat penny number 17 for the box. It's a 54D this time, so a little different year. We'll take it. And then this one back here. A 50D again. We've got a lot of those in the box, but can't get mad at 18 Wheaties. Still 6 rolls. Plus, is there a third in here? Roll 47. Wheat penny number 19. 1942 out of Denver. That is officially the oldest of the box. Just grabbed roll 48. We're going to have 20 wheat pennies, guys. Let's see what it is. That wheat penny ender that makes 20 for the box. A 1949. Same roll. Make that 21. And could it be old? No. Good patina. Had the old look to it, but when I saw the wheat ears pretty defined, knew it probably was 50s. 57D. We'll take it though, because that's 21. This box of Wheaties can enjoy a beverage. Well, that B of A box was a dandy, and the sister box that I hunted in the Silver Nitrate Challenge to it makes me wish that it hasn't been a few weeks since I picked it up, because I would go back and grab 2 more boxes if they're going to be hot like that. 50 rolls, 21 Wheaties, nothing old. 42D was the oldest, but we scored quite a bit, and even though we got several 50s, 46s, and 44s, we had a good mix of years overall. And with 21 Wheaties, you're going to have a pretty good mix. The side finds were a little light. 2 nice 1962s. That second one is a beauty. Couple of 59s and 1 Canadian. Still, with 21 wheat pennies, you're going to score a lot of points either way. This is going to give B of A a chance to not only win the round, but even if it doesn't, to get back in the game. Let me get these stats in the stat sheet, and then we'll move on to Wells Fargo. So I've got the stats hand plugged in. B of A, what a good box, 36.5. It's best by far. Ironically, with 14.8, it's going to definitely jump up its average. But Wells Fargo's had 2 boxes either better or close to that. So curious to see if this is a hit or miss box for Wells Fargo, who is the leader so far. Chase held its ground at 23. If Wells Fargo can get 27 or more points, it'll probably still stay in first. But the B of A box has done its thing it needed to do most. Get some points back right now before time runs out. All right, let's get this hunt going. Wells Fargo, box 3. We're on roll number 10 of the Wells Fargo box. We had 0 finds at all, nothing. But in roll 10, we're going to get our first wheat penny, and it's a nice one. 1957D, beautiful toning, great strike. The back's not as nice, but you know what? The appearance from the front, it's a beauty. I'll take it all day. 57D in the box, and a nice one to boot. Very next roll, we will get another wheat penny. It's the last year, 1958 Denver, but it is 2 in a row. Roll 15, third wheat penny, and it's like a countdown. This one's a 56, Denver. Now we got a 58, a 57, and a 56. Let's keep moving that way. Roll number 18, and I think we just found a mint error. Looks like a 1982 capped die strike. You can see the reverse is normal. The front is a little concaved. We've got a blurry image of a 1982 Lincoln Memorial cent. For those that don't know what a capped die strike is, picture this happening. You've got a die coming down and striking the planchet. Sometimes a planchet or a coin will stick and wrap itself around the top die, and it will continue to strike coins over and over again. Sometimes as it strikes them, it comes off and it goes back to being normal strikes. But every once in a while, it'll strike coins over and over and over again, eventually wearing the capped coin down to almost nothing or even to nothing. And as it does it over and over again, the severity of the mushiness or blurriness, like on this one, gets less and less because the planchet that's capped gets thinner and thinner with each strike. It's also why it increases a bottle cap or a concaveness to the obverse of this coin, because it has another coin on top and it's being pressed, and the space that was supposed to be between the die and the coin is now minimized or reduced because there's something there, so it puts even more pressure on the bottom coin. Therefore, or thereby I should say, enhancing it to be a concaved type look. You can clearly see the concaveness, you can clearly see the poor detail, and you can clearly see the good strike on the back. I'm 90% sure what we have here is a capped die struck coin, 1982, and I haven't even checked to see if it was copper or if it was zinc. Judging by the look, it might be copper. But in 1982, that's probably a large date. Judging by the appearance, I'm almost 90% sure it's a large date. So this should be a copper planchet, which it is. I'll take that all day. And more importantly, Wells Fargo is not going to give up without a fight, because that's a good find and that's a mint error. If I'm wrong and somebody out there wishes to correct me, please let me know in the comments below if I've explained that correctly. I believe I have, but I am prone to mistakes. I don't find a lot of capped die struck coins, so my knowledge of them is limited to what I've said. Let's get back to the hunt and have some more good finds. Roll number 19. We're going to have another wheat penny in the box. It was facing me straight on. 1944 Philadelphia. Oldest of the box, but common as you can get. Roll 24. Wheat penny number 5. Is it old or just worn? It is older. It is the oldest of the box. 1940 Denver. I'll take it. Roll 26, and we're finally going to get our first side find. And it's a Canadian. Probably in the 80s. Oh, no, it's a 1992. 1867 and 1992, 125-year commemorative. First side find. No 59s, no AUs, no 69Ss, of course, lately. But we finally got on the board with the side find, and it's a Canadian. All right. Let's keep finding stuff. Roll number 35. We're going to have our 6th wheat penny of the box. Common 1946 out of Denver. But we like finding wheat pennies of any year. Roll number 39. And we're back on the Wheaties because we found number 7 of the box. And it's a 1942. And we had a 40. So it is the second oldest of the box. But I'll take it. Oh, and by the way, I know it's just a 64, but man, the toning on this one is beautiful. And if you think it's been cleaned, I checked it under the microscope. It's not. So it could have been artificially toned, but it is a stunner. of an old copper cent. And if I just grab another copper penny, let's grab a copper penny out of here and put it next to it. No contest. I'll be keeping this one. Way too beautiful to leave in my copper box. This guy's probably going to get flipped up because I love the way that it looks. All right. Let's find some of the goodies. Roll number 41 is not going to necessarily be a find, but man, that's a nice 1967 ender. Holy moly. Let's see how nice it really is. Wow. For being in circulation, and I'm not going to touch it much more. That is a beauty. Same roll as that beautiful 67 is another Canadian. Second of the box, 2004. I wonder if this one is a magnetic one. It is not. Roll 47, wheat penny number 8. 1953D. Roll 49, and Wells Fargo averages 10 wheat pennies per box. It's going to give us number 9 right now to make things interesting. 1956 Philly, wheat penny number 9. That many more of the roll, plus that roll. Can it make 10? So we finished the Wells Fargo box. Now, I haven't plugged it into the stat sheet, but we did find 9 wheat pennies. Not too shabby, considering when you add in a mint air to the hunt. It should make it interesting. On top of that, we found a couple of Canadians and a couple of beauties. And then finally wanted to show off that beautiful toner next to a standard 1964. Gorgeous. Let me plug this into the stat sheet. It might have taken the round once again due to scoring points for this cap die struck coin. So I've got the stats plugged into the stat sheet, and Wells Fargo once again took the round. 43.5 points for Wells Fargo. Chase Bank struggled, only 23 points. And as we said, B of A had one of its better boxes, 36.5. Actually, its best box of the series so far. But wasn't enough to win the round. Wasn't enough to get a few more points. Still, Wells Fargo, almost 30 points a box. Chase at 23 points. And B of A, almost at 18. Picked up a few points, like I said, but still down quite a bit. We are now 7 rounds completed in this battle of the banks for pennies. And unless Chase or B of A can get a good box, or Wells Fargo can start to falter, it's getting harder and harder for one of them to take the lead. Hopefully you're enjoying my Battle of the Bank series with pennies. Once again, I appreciate you guys watching. If you are enjoying them, I'd also appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.